Hi, my name is Jess from Libanus Church, and I've got a question for you this morning.
Today we are celebrating harvest, but do you know what that means? Well, harvest is the time of year when farmers go out into their fields and gather in their crops before the winter. Being a farmer is a very hard and demanding job. You have to work long hours outside doing heavy work. You have to prepare the land, plant the seeds, water them, keep birds and disease from getting to them, and do everything you can to help the seeds grow into great big crops. Farmers have a lot of different tools they use to help them, but it's still a very hard job. All year long they work to grow their crops with very little reward. But harvest is a very exciting time for the farmers because it's when all that work they have put into growing and caring for the plants finally pays off. They have been waiting a whole year to see if their hard work has produced anything, and at harvest they find out. This is when the farmers go out into their field and gather in all the crops they have grown before winter comes. So they gather all the crops and can enjoy all the food that they have grown. So at harvest, we remember all the hard work of the farmers, which means when we go to the supermarket, there is so much food that we can buy. Behind every fruit and vegetable is a lot of hard work and attention from a farmer. But what if I told you that people are like the harvest? And that might sound like a funny thing to say, but it's true. Listen to these words from the Bible, found in Matthew chapter 9 and verses 35 to 38. Jesus travelled through all the towns and villages, and he healed all kinds of diseases and sicknesses. He saw the crowds of people and felt sorry for them because they were worried and helpless. They were like sheep without a shepherd. Jesus said to his followers, "There are many people to harvest, but there are only a few workers to help harvest them." God owns the harvest. Pray to him that he will send more workers to gather his harvest. In this story, Jesus looks at the crowds of people and he feels sorry for them. Jesus cares about the people, and if Jesus cares and loves people, then so should we. He speaks about there being many people to harvest, but not many people to do the work. But what does this mean? If you love and trust in Jesus, then you are a Christian, and all Christians should be like farmers. The farmer goes out into his field, and God tells us to go into his field, which is the whole world. Jesus wants us to go out, but instead of collecting and gathering crops, we are to go out and gather people. The world is full of people who need to hear about Jesus, and we need to go and tell them. Not everyone is called to travel to the other side of the world to tell others about Jesus, but we are all called to go and tell those around us. When you drive through the countryside, we can see so many fields growing crops, and these fields go on for miles. They are huge. There are 8 billion people on planet Earth, and that's a lot more than we can count. But each one of these people needs to hear the good news about Jesus, that God has come down to earth in the person of Jesus, died on the cross to take away all the wrong things that we have done against God by paying the penalty for them. Then he rose from the dead, proving that he was God. That is good news, and we should all be people that want to tell the truth about Jesus. We might not be called to go across the world, but do we talk about Jesus with our friends and family? Do we love and care about people enough to share Jesus with them? The harvest is plentiful. Will you be like a farmer and go and tell other people about Jesus?